What's up, YouTube? It's Bright Devotion back with another video today. Today I'm going to be reading some devotional that I went through and basically just reading it to y'all and showing y'all how I apply it to my life and my relationship with God. Just breaking it down and how you guys can take it and y'all can apply it to y'all's lives as well. Before anything, I really do hope you guys like, comment, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. But either way, I just want you guys to hear this word and to share it with your loved ones and your friends. So that's what we're going to go do. We're going to break it down, go straight into it. And Psalms 54 verse 7 is what I'm reading. For he has delivered me from every trouble, and my eye has looked in triumph over my enemies. So what does this mean? Well, this is David talking. David isn't saying life was easy. He's saying God brought him through it all. So David was obviously going through some things. And he says that obviously life ain't easy, but he knows that he trusts that God will bring me through it. God has brought me through all my trials, all my tribulations, right? What does this build? This builds trust. This builds confidence. This builds your faith. In my life, not too long ago, I had a wreck and God had brought me through it, man. He brought me through my injuries and something that could have really wrecked my mental state and crashed my mental state. And God really brought me through these things. Something that I didn't think I was going to beat, something that could have broke me, but God brought me through. And so it's very important to reflect on what God has brought you through. Your enemies can be fear, sin, doubt, anxiety, or people who come against you, right? So your enemies can be anything, not just people. It can be people who come against you, but it can be all these other things too that come upon you that you allowed to come upon you, right? This David is saying, I didn't just win, but God gave me the victory and I got to witness it. So David is saying that, hey man, I didn't just win, I didn't just overcome, and it wasn't by me, but instead it was God. He gave me the victory. He gave me the things to overcome, my trials and tribulations. And so basically what it's saying is we're not, as believers, we're not supposed to take it up on our own selves to, oh yeah, I went through it and I got myself out of it. No, it's knowing that God has brought you through it and trusting in him and giving God the keys to your tribulations, to your sin, to your downfalls, and knowing that, hey God, I need you to bring me out of these moments, and talking to him and praying to him, right? This verse shapes you in three ways. One, a person who remembers what God has done for them. So how do you remember? Obviously, one, you reflect, you give thanks, and you build confidence in your Lord and Savior. So how do I apply this? Well, start reminding yourself daily what God has already brought you through. Think about the things that would have broken you and start reminding yourself, wow, God has already brought me through these things. That would have broke me and God brought me through it. I thought that was going to break me and God rescued me from it, right? So number two, a person who trusts God in current battles. So be someone who trusts God in your current battles. Even if things don't feel certain now, you don't panic. You stand firm. So how do I apply this? When stress hits, know that since God has already delivered you before, trust in him that he will do it again, right? Have faith in your Lord, knowing that, man, he has already delivered me from my own sin. God has already delivered me from the pit that I had dug for myself. So I know that he will deliver me again if I trust and I give it to him. Number three, a person who gives God the credit. Be a person who gives God the credit in what he's done. This is big for you to walk in your daily life. Don't walk in, I did this for myself, or I made this happen. But instead, know that God brought me through and this is for him, right? So in our actions, in our relationships with people, in our conversations, it should be your testimony and knowing that everything that I go and I get to encounter in my life, in my daily walk, God has brought me through. And this ain't for me. This is for him. Because what did David said? I just get to witness it. I just get to be a witness of it. Why? Because if your soul and your life belongs to God, you're a witness. You're a witness in the miracles that God has done for you. You're witnessing an example of how God has brought you up out of things. So be a witness, be an example toward others, right? All right, we're going to flip it over. I'm going to go through some more. So another thing is reflect this every day. You need to do this. We all need to do this as Christian believers, as people who have relationships with God. We all need to do this. Reflect and ask yourself, what has God already brought me through? Sit there and you even write it down. Sit there and reflect and be like, man, all right, what has God already brought me through? Even in this video that you guys are watching. And if you're watching, I appreciate it. But think about it, man. Like, what has God already brought me through? Or think about your loved ones. Think about what God has already brought them through. Seeing them go through something. Seeing them like, whoa, man, he went through that. Whoa, she went through that. And she made it out. That was all God. Nothing but God. It was a miracle from nothing but God. God did it, right? So I'm gonna give y'all the basics and the whole explanation of Psalms 54 verse 7. Psalms 54 verse 7 is about trusting God because he has already proven himself. It reminds me that no matter what I go through, God can bring me out of it. Because why? I've seen him do it before. I've seen God do it in my life again and again in my life, right? So I know that I gotta trust God. I'm not finna put my own trust in myself. I will trust God to give me the strength to allow me to have the actions throughout my day, to uphold his righteousness, to stay away from sin, to be an example, to lead and teach others, right? And to know that before anything in my life, before I choose anything in my life, I choose God. I choose my relationship with God. God is my priority. He's my priority. I prioritize him through everything and my daily walk with him. So I hope you guys really like this, man. Go read the scriptures for yourself. Don't just take what I'm telling you. Go read it for yourself. Take it and apply it to your life. And break it down for yourself and how it applies in your life and fit it in the patterns of how you go about your own life, right? But yeah, man, thank y'all for watching. For the ones who did stay tuned and stayed, for the whole time of the video, thank y'all for watching. Like I said, I do hope y'all guys like, comment, subscribe, and please share it with your friends and family members and people that you know who will use and apply it to their lives. Thank y'all, man, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bright Devotion, we out.